Alrighty, welcome back. We're back at it. We're on air, and I'm your man, Bad Chad, and I have my assistant, Aiden, in the bedding. He's welding on the sill of the car. You can see that we put the bottom of the sill on. The square stock is in the middle. We got the top on. Now he's welding the bottom on, which is a good thing. I'm on this side. I got the running board. I made the patterns for the running board. You can go ahead, Aiden. You don't have to worry about me.
Okay.
The running board, I made the patterns for that. Yesterday I proceeded to do the rest of it and get the skeleton made. I got the skeleton made. I come in this morning and cut up some metal and got this piece on. Aiden helped me put it on. Aiden in the bedding, he's helping me. But basically what I'm doing right now is I'm taking and just buffing off this piece of metal, buffing off the rust. And no doubt in my mind, I probably will sandblast this running board. And this is what the running board looks like at the present moment. You can see the one on the car now. It looks just like that. And I'm going to show you how we did it. Aiden's welding over there now. I'm going to get this cleaned off as fast as I can. And I'm going to get it over to him so we can start putting it together. And I'll show you how we weld it together, or how I weld it together. And that's basically what's going on. So I'm going to buff this off. You'll have to bear with us for a minute with a little bit of noise. Turn the TV down or whatever. But we're going to have to knock the rust off before I put that piece down on. That's what I'm thinking anyways. Aiden's got a little bit left on the sill, so I have to hurry. Hurry, Chad, hurry! Just want to bust this rust off real quick. Just sat outdoors for a while, that's all. Tomorrow should be reveal day. And reveal is to take a look at it. Basically just got the rust knocked off it. I'll sandblast it later. Now what I've done is I've taken a piece of metal. I've traced the pattern on. Just laid the metal on top of this bad boy. Traced the metal and then cut it with the plasma cutter. This is, I don't know, probably 16 gauge, or probably 16 gauge, 14 gauge, I'm not sure. But you can see how I've got it fitting if Jolene wants to come down and take a look. See what I'm talking about, how to butt weld that metal together. We got a nice fit going on there. I'm hoping that we have the exact same fit down here. And we do. That's going on down there like that. We're gonna butt weld that together all the way along there. All the way along there, and I'm going to hold down on this piece so we can get it onto the exhaust pipe, weld onto the exhaust pipe, and weld these two pieces together. Have not got the backside cleaned up exactly yet, but we will. I see that I have a little piece sticking in the way here. I'm just going to clean that up for a second, make it nicer. don't want the metal setting up on any of the spot welds. And I'm going to clean this edge off, make it better for welding. Still welded on, Aiden?
Yes, y'all.
Right on. I'm coming over.
Over there.
I'm coming over. Alrighty, let's put this bad boy together.
Okay.
Alright. We'll grab the ground. It's exciting to get the running board done, and the reason being is because once the running board's on, we can let it down, we can roll her outdoors, and just go around it and see what it looks like. That's reveal day. We're going to reveal it tomorrow because the running board will be done. It'll be put on. And the reason I'm saying it's reveal day because we'll know what it's going to look like. Basically, with the running boards on it, we'll look at how it stands, all that sort of stuff. And we'll probably be telling you what we're going to be doing tomorrow. We're going to, after we get this welded up and get the running board on it and do the reveal, it's not over for this car by a long shot. But there's something that I want to do, and we'll probably talk about it here in a bit. And I'm probably going to do it just for shits and giggles. I do a lot of things for shits and giggles. Just looking at this, see we got a nice match up down here. Jolene, one of you want to come down and take a look? I like it all. We've got a little bit of gap going on in here, which is nice. We can sink some weld down in. The weld's got a place to go, so we can. Just wondering if I should knock that off a little bit. Nope, I'm going to go with it. All right, Aiden, we got a ground on this bad boy. Stick her on here if you can. Maybe underneath there. Just a second. You're rocking and rolling this morning. Aiden doesn't know it. If you want to rock and roll, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Huh? You ever heard that before? Huh? ACD? All right, let's spot it here. Actually, it's sitting good. Let's spot it there in the corner. Yeah, give her a good shot. Yeah. Yeah, give me a spot here. We'll do every 6 inches. How's that?
Sounds like a plan.
And we'll go up in here. Alrighty, I'm going to get a stick to hold that down. Third arm. We're still fitting good up here. Nothing's going to move now because we're in place. And how do you know we're in place? Because we got more than one spot weld on. We're in place. That's the end of it. All right. Let's put one on. Let's put one on in the middle of this thing. You can just spot right before the stick every time. And when you do that, start in the center of the metal and let the puddle go out to each side to weld. Do you know what I'm trying to tell you?
Like overflow up.
So, well, once you start in the middle, the puddle will get big enough, it'll hit both sides. And you know.
Gotcha. And we'll go
You know what I'm trying to say?
I got you. Start in the center.
Start in the center.
Oh.
Good. I can do a nice job grinding that off. You know what I'm trying to tell you. And it's nice to have the metal stuck to the exhaust pipe too, give it more strength. Awesome. Aiden's becoming a good welder. I think he likes clean metal more than rusty metal.
I'll take either.
What?
I'll take either.
I'll take either. Now, when we weld this running board up, we are going to stand it up is what we're going to do. We're laying it down right now. And the reason we're laying it down right now is just spot it up, put some good spots on it. We're going to stand it up so the heat does not warp anything. Basically, I'm going to get one right in here. What the heck? And this will be welded up like any other thing, one dot at a time. Oh, sorry, sweetheart. Did I bump the people at home? Did I shake them? I'm like that. And it's not, nope, I'm gonna, just see this little spot right here? Yeah. It's holding that up. I gotta get the grinder just to knock that off because we can't have that standing up. That'll just affect my grinding and the look of the running board. So I'm gonna grab the zip cut, knock that piece of weld down there. That's it matters that it fits right. Still not fitting. Something underneath it. There we go. Yeah, go for it. Still got a ground? Yep, we got a. Huh? Oh, ground popped off. Beautiful. You are, Jolene. Beautiful. All right, now we got quite a gap in there. And I'm just going to wonder if I should hit that with a hammer. I'm going to get the hammer for a second. It's on the other side. I already grabbed it. I already stole it from you, Aiden. Can't say you got it because I stole it from you already. Just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure. And that spot weld seems to be out of the way. I'm going to knock this out of the way for a second. Means everything for a tight fit. Just before my stick there. My third arm. Alrighty. Got a nice fit there. Put a spot right on the corner, if you will, please.
Okay.
Yep. Fell off again? It's Aiden's turn. I'm going to go on the other side of that. Right, yep, just get on just above it, just ahead of it. Would be great. If you have to double bump it there, it doesn't, you know. I can. Let's do another spot there before this one. No, go on that side. You're gonna find on that side. All right, you can weld that there. Okay. On some of that stuff, yeah, you can. Another one there. You might have to double bump it, or maybe not. Alrighty, where this is stuck up a little bit there.
Yeah.
Gonna have to grind that down a little bit probably. Gonna flapper wheel it. I'm gonna grab the flapper wheel. How about put a couple more spots on this one here, and everything's. Can you give me one right there?
Absolutely.
All right. Everyone seems to be tight and right. Just checking it over. Try that one. You gotta love the sound of a nice welding job first thing in the morning. It's almost like frying bacon. All right, you're allowed to put some pieces on back there. Well, I'm gonna grab the flapper wheel. Just put some more spots on it. Go in between the ones you already did when we first started.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just go in between them. I'm just gonna knock this down a little bit just so we get a better job butt welding, because I want to grind that off flush, and I'm really not going to be able to grind it off flush. I'm not going to be able to grind that off flush if this piece of metal is above this piece of metal, because when you weld it on, you can see if I grind this all off and I grind it flush, there's nothing left down here. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Watch yourself, sweetheart. All right, Aiden, let's do one in between each one of those. You can double bump it or whatever you have to do to get it welded, get a good spot on it. Yeah, you can go right ahead, right to the end.
At the corner here?
Yeah, right to the corner, yeah. You can go right to the corner. You can just keep going, yep. Cool. I'm going to just buzz this off. And one's right there. I want to knock them down a little bit. Watch what happens. Not much weld left. Not much weld left there when I did that. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's better that it's down a little bit. Them can be hit again. I'm going to go this end, knock this down just a little bit. It's the only way that you can play it safe and say that you can grind it all off, is it not? Because I want to grind it down flat to this. If I grind it down flat, there would be nothing left. You're more than welcome. That's staying in place. Now I'm happy with that, grinding that off and getting it where it needs to be. Let's do this. All right. I'm going to hold it like this, and we're going to do every 2 inches.
2 inches.
Every 2 inches, but I'm going to grab a couple. I just want to take a look at the other one for a second to see what did I do, just so we can get it the same. Yeah, we're every 2 inches. Okay, what I want done here is you can move along quite quickly if you want to. And if you don't want to, I'll be waiting for you.
Trying to keep up.
All right. And once we get it all tacked together, then we'll start welding it. More clamps. Just want to make sure it's on there tight, that's all. Before we start clamping it down. can run along it fairly quick. We're going to start it at the center. So every 2 inches, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, every 2, but that far apart. You can start right there and run all the way along, go all the way along here, and when you get to here, stop, and then I'll clamp it up through there. We're going to start at the center.
On there.
Yep, start right here. You might want to come on my side. So basically, what I'm getting you to do is put a spot there, move 2 inches, put a spot there, move 2 inches, put a spot there. Go for it. See what happens. Give it a good spot. Good. A little further. A bit like that. Yep. Yeah. Try to keep the distance the same. Yeah. Move along. Keep going. Right up that whole thing. That stuff gets in your way. Don't care. Yeah. All you have to do is remind yourself that you want them to stick. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't want them coming off. No, a little closer. There you go. Can you see your wire?
Yeah. Come around this side a little bit.
For a second, I'm going to pull this thing back. Everything's tight. We're just trying to make the metal tight before we weld it up. And when we were doing the spacing, it's just so it looks better. If anybody looks at it, the spacing looks good, and it just looks more professional, I guess. And I don't know what professional is, but I think it's an air hose, isn't it?
I'll do one more.
Alrighty. I'm going to take this off. I know you want to keep going that way, but we're just going to wait for a second. We're going to go this way. Just nice and tight. That's all I'm trying to see, if everything's tight. Let's do this piece right here, and then I'm going to take it off and put it right there because it doesn't look like it's tight right there. So just do along there. Same process. It's going to be a great day to have the two running boards on it so you can get a full visual. It's going to be a great day. From what I understand, Jim's feeling a little better, is he not? His eye's feeling a little bit better. That's a good thing. Jim had a bad eye. Alrighty. You could go all the way along there. I'm saying that's tight. And do the exact same thing there. Please and thank you. Get in the position you can see your wire. Anytime that you're welding and you can't see your wire, what it's doing, like if you're pointing in here and you can't see your wire, you want to get to one side or the other so you can see exactly what the wire is doing. It's hard to weld when you can't see the wire. Aiden's doing a good job spacing it out. That looks good. And the welds sound like they're about just the right length, time, make them stick. Nothing worse than welding something and then it popping off. I say nothing worse, it's just not a good feeling. Just a second, Aiden. I'm going to move that one right there. Want to make sure it's tight, that's all. Tight and right. I'm going to go check the doorbell. Fina's barking. But oh, we just have a picture taker. Fina's doing a beautiful job. She's eyeing him right up. Oh, you're saying you got it, have you? All right, cool. That makes me happy. We'll continue down here. And you can see, when I put that clamp on, watch. You see when I put that clamp on how much tighter that metal gets. I mean, it's away a little tiny bit. You can see it. And when you can see something like that, you're doing the right thing. Looks tight all the way down there, but I'm going to put that other clamp on it just because we can and we should. All right. Be difficult. All right, you're going to finish that off, Aiden, all the way along there. You want the welder come towards you more? Okay, man. I'm at your beck and bow. You keep doing a good job, I'll keep moving the welder.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Nothing's getting warped up this way. We're just stinging it with bee bites, and nothing's getting warped up. We're just making the metal stay in place until we're ready to apply it. All right, let's go down this. Let's go down this end. Take this off. They're all going to stay on there. Good, are they?
Yeah,
okay. Take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. See how the metal's coming off? See that metal moving there?
Yeah.
Makes a difference, man. Makes a difference.
Closes that gap.
Yeah, it does. And it's also making the metal tighter, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. If I'm pulling that down, it must be making it tighter.
Like stretching it out.
You're stretching it out. We got it tacked up along the exhaust pipe. When I tighten this up down here, it's got to be making it tighter, because we don't want no flop in the running board. Look, see, look at it even moving there, Lo.
Yeah, you can see
So you just go along here, and then I'll clamp that. Give me the 100% sure she's staying on. Jolene, you look amazing today. Woke up at 7 looking like a 10 and a half. And then you became 11 when you got my coffee. I'm in love, boys. All right, go check the dog bell again, see where I got a little bit of time. I get Aiden do all the work today. Fina's so good now, she's barking at cars that are already there. Well, we got the wagon moving and starting and stopping, which is a great thing. Got the wagon moving, stopping, starting. Also, we have to a friend of ours that sold us the Freightliner, Murray Edmonds. He bought a, what is it, 19, we have to get this right. 1968. What do you want to write it on the board, sweetheart?
1968 Mercury Monterey.
Okay, Murray Edmonds bought a 1968 Mercury Monterey, two-door fastback, hardtop, two-door fastback, hardtop. He bought it. He went 8 hours to go get it. He left it on the trailer because he was tired when he got home, I guess. And when he woke up in the morning, it wasn't on the trailer anymore. It was up the side of his garage, and it went down off it and hit the back of the car and smash the back end in. Not very good luck. So if anybody's looking for a trunk lid for a 1968 Mercury Monterey 2-door hardtop, he's looking for a trunk lid. And I'm thinking that where the paint was all original in this car, that he'd want a really nice one. He cannot fix the car or pull it to fix it without the trunk lid to know where it's supposed to be, where it's not supposed to be. And if you will get a hold of us and let us know if you have one, a trunk lid for a 1968 Mercury Monterey 2-door hardtop in excellent shape, get a hold of us, and that'd be great, because you know we can help him out and get that for him. And the person that has one, maybe they have one that's on an old car, a 4-door. I'm not sure if 4-door work or not, but have one that he could put on his car and get it fixed. It's just a touch of bad luck, and let's help him out and find that trunk lid for him. And I'm thinking that he'd want one that's in probably in excellent condition. Hope I got that right. A touch of bad luck, I would say that would be a touch of bad luck.
I would say so.
You know, go buy, you know, spend 8 hours, go drive and get a car, and wake up in the morning, it's upside your garage. Not good, eh? That wouldn't give you a good feeling. Go ahead there, Aiden. Plop that bad boy on there. We'll sandblast this run board inside and out when it comes time. How you feeling, Aiden? Is that stuck on there?
Yeah.
All right, that looks good. There's a little bit more. Probably I'll do a little bit more welding underneath there. But we're not going to go for that right now. Okay. Let's plop this off. Sometimes that welds a nut right on there. Sometimes when you put the ground on there, but it's okay. Just keep the nuts on so I don't bark the. Just keep them on so I don't bark the end of the threads up. Alrighty. I've got them weld on the top. Alrighty. Got the nut on that doing down there. I'm going to flop this over. And we're going to go down the lane one more time with the stick and pop it on that way there. Nothing is out of place, or if I've noticed anything while you're welding it up, it's just kind of a, just plop another one on. I love that sound. You gotta like that sound. Everything's cool right now, so we should be fine to buzz them on like this. And you can weld it up like this if you want to, but I like to take the extra precaution and stand it up so the heat is going up instead of spreading around. We can see that we have good penetration all the way along there. Got a good spots all the way along there. A little faint there on that one, but that's how you tell. Yeah, you get one up in that corner if you want, Aiden. So basically this is what we're going to do now. It's not hot. We're going to weld that running board standing up like that. reason being is I want the heat. I don't want it dispersed over here. You're laying it flat, the heat would go out. I want the heat to run up or down, whatever there. So Aiden's going to turn the welder around, and he's just going to weld it on. And once he gets it 1/2 inch apart, all the way along, and then you can have a little seat or do it. You can get up your hands and eat. You're just young yet. You can go up and down that thing just like I won't say it. I'll say it when. Anyways, you start and go on the way up, and then come back and do 6 inches apart. When you get 1/2 inch apart, and then we'll start doing the 4s, and that's when you get to the air hose. Right on. So, what's going to happen is we'll get that welded up. Aiden's going to do the running board. I'm generally his grinder, and the reason being is I like to do the grinding just because I'll just do the grinding. I want to grind that all off. I'll flush it up. Did we show the other side? So as you see that, you got two. Basically, what's going on here? We got 2 welds on this. We got the top piece welded on, the square stock in the middle, and then we got the bottom piece welded on that comes out. We had to weld that together. So we got the bottom sill, the top of the sill, and it's welded together on the square stock. So when I grind that off, I want to grind all the weld off flush with the square stock, and I just hold the grinder flat. I do not angle it over or do any of that stuff. I just grind it flat. That way there, I'm not grinding the weld off this piece. I'm just grinding the weld that's on the square stock. When I grind that flat, then I can go on the top, and then I flapper wheel that off flat. And then I flapper wheel that off flat. And then it looks like this side. So basically, what I'm trying not to do is to grind off all the welds. So I ground it all off flat this way, and then I took a flapper wheel and flapped it off this way. That means the weld is still in that corner. There's lots of meat there holding everything on, and the exact same thing for the bottom. If I start angling it, well, then I'm grinding off all the welds. So I didn't want to do that. There's a lot more welds left to do, but basically that's what's going on. I've ground the flat up front off, and then did the top. When it comes to the running board, I'm able to grind off all the weld because you've seen the gap that we left on the running board. There's a 1/8 gap all the way along there, and that's where the weld is laying down in there, and I'm able to grind it off flat. If I had the metal butt welded right together tight, you start grinding it off flat, you could have an issue because you're not leaving much meat there, much weld there for what's going on. So we're going to get the running board welded up, get it flapper wheeled off, get it put on, and then we'll be able to it'll probably be tomorrow. We'll have it outdoors, and we'll do a walk around of it to see what it looks like. You also can see now that I have the bottom of the sill on, you can also see that this is the inside sill that needs to be cut off. That's the extra. That's all, you know, like when you make a pie, you have extra dough around the crust, and then you take your knife and you cut it off after. That's exactly what I do with the inside sill. I make sure it's longer than we need, and then I can come along here and draw a nice straight line and cut that off after. That'll match up to my running board, match up to the front, and it looks good, looks professional. So tomorrow, you come back, we'll probably do a reveal on the car, get it out just outside to go around it, and then basically what I'm thinking is I want to. What a beautiful day it is here right now. We got a little more work to do on the race car. We're going to touch on that here and there, off and on. August is coming quick, and we sort of want to be ready. But this car right here, the Jaguar, I'm thinking that in the next couple days, I think I might invite Jimbo over. Aiden will probably be here, and we'll have a little bit of fun. But this is a 59 Jaguar that we got really reasonable, and it's just a project. I like buying projects because I like doing things like that. But we have an 84 LTD station wagon roof. I kept it over here in the junk pile for a long time, and I'm just thinking that I would like to do something with it. So I'm not going to do a whole bunch to it because we're going to continue on playing with that as much as we can, continue on with it. But we're going to chop the roof off of the Jaguar, and we're going to put on the LTD station wagon roof. that's going to be fun. It's something that we're going to do. It's not something we're going to stay with and continue on and go for, but we'll see what happens. We'll just put that on there. I want to do it. I want to cut it. I want to chop it. And that's what we're going to do. I've got a few little projects that I want to do that I'm looking at, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to get Aiden to do some welding on this. We've got to pull this in, do a little bit of work to that. Yeah, lots going on. Got the wagon stopping and starting real good. And Aiden's welding up the running board. We might as well give away a hat or a shirt. Run a computer here? Let's do it. How you making out, Aiden?
Good.
Awesome, I like to hear that.
He's going straight up and down, not to the sides.
Woo!
Cool, cool, cool.
Let's go outside for a second. I want to see if the wagon starts. Before we give away a hat or shirt, we're going to try the wagon. Oh, Fiend is hiding underneath the wagon. How you doing, Fiend? Yeah, baby. Huh? What's that?
We can give away the t-shirt in here.
Oh, okay, cool. We got the headliner back up in her. We got brakes on it now. We got the fuel pump working. Basically, she's a runner. She just needs a new home. No sense wasting gas. All right. We're going to give away a hat or a shirt. You hold on there for a minute, and that's just what we'll do. We got a couple other things going on. We'll let you know as we do them. And yeah, things are going good. Awesome. Jolene's got more safety precautions on than Cod Liver's got oil pills. She got earplugs on, she got headlamps, she got glasses on, and she's still a 10. So I go back in the shop. I'm going to grab the grinder and grind all that sill weld off and make some noise. Pretty hard to make a video when you're making that much noise. I'm going to grind all that weld off on that sill that Aiden just welded up, and then by that time he'll have that running board ready for me to grind off, and we'll put that back on, and I'll be very happy today to stand back and take a look at the car, and then the next, maybe tomorrow or the next day or so, we'll be pulling that Jaguar in and flopping the station wagon roof on it. And it's nothing that I'm going to continue. It's just something I want to do. I want to chop the roof off it, and we'll put the station wagon roof on it to see what it looks like. And then we're going to continue on. We'll probably end up sandblasting the 40 and maybe fiberglassing it and getting it ready. Maybe I'm not sure what's going to happen from there. We might pass it on and get some fill work done or some paint work done, because you can't do everything, obviously. But we've got lots to do, lots of different projects to work on. So we're gonna see what goes on, and we'll take you with it on every step. Take it with us. 330 comments. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. The only way you're going to win a hat or a shirt is if you throw in a comment, and if you throw in more than one comment, it gives you a better chance to win. Jerry Baldwin, you win yourself a hat or a shirt of your choice. you do so, keeping the shoe brakes or going to disc. You know, I seen the shoe brakes for sale on Speedway, and I think they're close to $1,000. I think you can get the exact same thing with disc. And if there's any more power going in it than a flathead, I think that it probably would be a good thing to go with the disc. I know it's not the original, but basically what I'm saying is it's more bang for your buck because it's a better stopping power, and it's probably right around the same price to buy all that stuff to make that work. Basically what's going on with that 40 in there, we have it on a 47 Ford chassis. And what I would like to do, well, obviously the chassis needs to be rebuilt. And what I mean by rebuilt is every bushing, like just everything. All the brakes have to be done. All the bushings have to be done. All the controls or the linkages or the sway bar links and all that stuff have to be dealt with and replaced. It has mechanical shocks on it. They have to be dealt with. And I'm not sure exactly where I'm going with that yet. I'm going to have to find a place where I can get. I like to keep some of the stuff original, but I'm thinking that the rear end suspension might have to be changed out for something different, just because of the fact of the parallel. Even when I change the rear end, I can buy those. You can buy the kit that you can put the rear end back in the exact same way, or you can buy the coilovers with the ladder bars. If it has any power at all, I'm thinking that it probably should have a nice set of new ladder bars on it instead of the radius bars that go into the center. I'm thinking when you split them bars and bring them out like that, it gives you a better stance or better leverage on the rear end than having something that comes to a point. But there's a lot to consider on something like that car in there. I would like it to spin its wheels, seeing where the wheels are so big, but in the end, it really doesn't matter if it spins or not. I can look at it and have just as much fun. Probably go discs, probably because it's the same price to buy the shoe brakes, the replacements. So, Jerry, you get a hat or a shirt of your choice. Thanks for the question. And everybody have a great day.